Many people over 60 start feeling like their body no longer responds the same way. Climbing stairs becomes harder, fatigue shows up faster, the legs lose strength, and the mind seems to work more slowly. And the worst part is that many believe there is no solution anymore. But today, I want to show you that there are ways to help your body preserve energy, mobility, and mental clarity for much longer. And one of the most researched tools for achieving that is creatine. For years, creatine was seen as something only athletes or gym-goers used. However, today we know it can also be very beneficial for older adults who want to maintain muscle mass, stay active, and preserve their independence as they age. And here's something very interesting. Creatine is not only studied for its effects on muscle strength. Researchers are also exploring its connection to brain energy, physical recovery, and several processes related to healthy aging. That's why so many people over 60 are starting to pay attention to it. The problem is that there are many myths surrounding creatine. Maybe you've heard that it damages the kidneys, causes cramps, leads to weight gain, or works like a steroid. And because of fear, many people never get to discover its real benefits. That's why today I want to explain it in a simple and practical way. We're going to look at what creatine actually does, what current research says, and how it may help improve strength, energy, and daily functionality after 60. Some time ago, I treated a 68-year-old patient who was deeply worried because he felt increasingly dependent on others. He walked less, got tired quickly, and had lost confidence doing simple daily activities. We started with basic changes: more protein, gentle exercise, and healthier routines. Sometime later, he told me something I never forgot. "Dr. Gabriel Mena, I feel like I got part of my energy back." And that's exactly what so many people are looking for today, feeling functional again. Now, one of the biggest fears has to do with the kidneys. Many people avoid creatine because they believe it can damage them. And much of that confusion comes from mixing up two different concepts: creatine and creatinine. Creatinine is a marker doctors use to evaluate kidney function. When someone takes creatine, creatinine levels may rise slightly without meaning there is kidney damage. In many cases, it simply reflects that the body is processing the supplement normally. So far, studies in healthy individuals do not show strong evidence that creatine causes kidney damage when used in standard doses. In fact, it remains one of the most studied supplements with one of the strongest safety profiles available. That said, if someone already has diagnosed kidney disease or significant medical conditions, they should always consult a healthcare professional before taking any supplement. Another common myth is dehydration. For years, people claimed creatine dries out the body. But what actually happens is very different. Creatine helps muscles retain water inside their cells, which may support better muscle performance. It does not mean the body is dangerously losing fluids. The real issue happens when someone starts feeling more energetic, becomes more physically active, and does not improve their hydration habits. That's why, after 60, drinking enough water remains essential. And I want to pause here for something important. Maintaining muscle is not about appearance. Muscle helps protect the joints, improves balance, and reduces the risk of frailty. In other words, preserving muscle mass means preserving independence. So if this content is helping you better understand how to care for your body and energy after 60, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Every day we share practical information designed to help you live this stage of life with more strength and healthier habits. Now let's talk about another common fear: believing creatine works like a steroid. And that is completely false. Steroids alter hormones. Creatine does not work that way. Its main role is helping produce quick energy inside cells, especially in muscles and the brain. By itself, it does not create miracles. The difference appears when it is combined with exercise, proper nutrition, and consistency. And that is important to understand from the beginning. Many people also believe creatine causes weight gain. What can happen is that the muscles retain slightly more water and improve their volume. But that does not mean an increase in body fat. In fact, after 60, losing muscle is often far more dangerous than gaining a few extra grams of water inside the muscles. Many people maintain the same body weight for years while gradually losing strength, stability, and mobility because their muscle mass decreases. Another topic that creates a lot of confusion is the idea that creatine must be cycled or stopped after a certain period. For years, people believed it had to be discontinued after a few months. However, current evidence does not show a clear need for breaks in healthy individuals using normal doses. It also does not appear to alter natural testosterone production or behave like hormonal products. Still, common sense matters. If someone completely stops exercising for a long period or goes through an important medical condition, they can reevaluate with a healthcare professional whether continuing makes sense. Now let's talk about another important detail: the different types of creatine. Today the market is filled with expensive versions, sophisticated names, and exaggerated promises. But when we review the scientific evidence, the conclusion is usually the same: creatine monohydrate remains the most studied, safest, and most effective form. That's why it's often not worth spending huge amounts of money on miracle formulas that have never proven superior results. And here comes another common question: the famous loading phase. You've probably heard that you need to take very high doses for several days to quickly saturate the muscles. Yes, that can speed up the initial process, but it is not mandatory. For most older adults, a moderate and consistent daily dose is usually enough. With patience, the body reaches almost the same result without unnecessary excess. And this leaves us with an important lesson: in health, more does not always mean better. I remember a 64-year-old patient who stopped taking creatine because she had been told she needed massive doses and constant cycling. She was scared and thought she might harm herself. After I explained how creatine actually works, she realized it could be used in a much simpler way. Weeks later, she told me she felt less exhausted and steadier while walking. And here's something many people don't know: the benefits of creatine can sometimes be even more noticeable in vegetarians or vegans. The reason is simple: the main natural sources of creatine are meat and fish. So people who have avoided animal products for years often have lower creatine reserves. But this also brings up another key point: protein. After 60, one of the biggest problems is the progressive loss of muscle mass, known as sarcopenia. And many people simply do not consume enough protein to maintain strength and daily function. That's why I always say something important: no supplement replaces a healthy diet. Now, to understand why creatine may help so much, we first need to understand what it actually does inside the body. I'm going to explain it as simply as possible. Creatine works like a rapid energy reserve. It helps cells have fuel available during moments when the body needs to respond quickly. And it is not stored only in muscles. It is also present in organs that consume a lot of energy, such as the brain and the heart. Inside the cells, creatine helps regenerate ATP, which is the body's main immediate energy source. Every movement, every step, and every muscle contraction depends on that energy. That's why creatine can be especially helpful during short, repetitive activities where muscles need to recover quickly between efforts. And even though it may sound small, over time it can create a meaningful difference. Maybe you used to get tired quickly while walking or standing up several times from a chair. Slightly improving muscular energy capacity can translate into better mobility and less exhaustion in daily life. But I want to make something very clear. Creatine does not replace exercise or proper nutrition. It can simply become a useful tool within a healthy lifestyle. Now we arrive at one of the most important questions: what real changes can a person notice? One of the first benefits is usually better tolerance to physical effort. Many people feel they can stay active longer before becoming fatigued. In addition, when combined with strength training and enough protein, creatine may help preserve muscle mass more effectively. And after 60, that can make a huge difference in independence and quality of life. I remember a 72-year-old patient who told me something powerful: "Dr. Gabriel Mena, I feel like my body is shutting down." He had stopped walking because he was afraid of falling and felt weaker every day. We slowly started with movement, better nutrition, and strategies to regain strength. Months later, he returned excited because he could once again go to the park confidently. And that means everything, because this is not only about muscles. It's about independence, confidence, and dignity. In addition, maintaining muscle also helps protect bones and joints. That's why creatine is now also being studied in relation to healthy aging, frailty, and physical decline. And something similar happens with the brain. Neurons require enormous amounts of energy to function properly. When that energy decreases, many people begin experiencing mental fatigue, slower thinking, or difficulty concentrating. That's why so many studies today are exploring the relationship between creatine and cognitive performance. We are not talking about a miracle cure, but rather a potential support to help the brain function more efficiently during aging. Even the heart may benefit indirectly, because it is also a muscle that constantly requires energy. Now let's talk about dosage. Most studies use around 5 grams daily, and for most people that amount is usually enough. Taking more does not mean better results. The body has limits, and excessively increasing the dose rarely provides additional benefits. Another common question is timing. Some people take it before training, others after, and others with meals. But the most important thing is usually not the exact timing, but consistency. Creatine does not work like coffee that produces instant energy. Its effects appear progressively as muscle stores become saturated over time. Personally, I prefer recommending a schedule that is easy to maintain every day and avoiding taking it right before bed so it does not interfere with nighttime routines. And here I want to be completely honest with you. If you currently live a sedentary lifestyle, sleep poorly, and do not exercise, creatine will not be the main solution. The true foundation remains movement, proper nutrition, rest, and consistency. But when those pillars are in place, creatine can become a very useful tool for preserving strength, energy, and functionality over the years. And that is precisely why it remains one of the most researched supplements in the world. Not because it performs miracles, but because when used correctly, it can offer real benefits. And if this video helped you better understand how to care for your muscles, mind, and energy after 60, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone who may also need this information. Maybe a family member, a friend, or an older adult who still believes it's too late to feel better. I would also love to read your comments. Tell me which city you're watching from and whether you had ever heard about the benefits of creatine for brain function and mobility. And before we finish, I want to invite you to thank God for life, for each new day, and for the opportunity to continue learning how to care for your health. Gaining knowledge to live better is also a tremendous blessing. Here on Dr. Gabriel Mena's channel, we are truly happy to support you with practical, caring, and useful information designed to help you live this stage of life with more strength and healthier habits. And remember something important. You can still do so much for your health and quality of life. Tomorrow we'll have a new video created especially for you, so we can continue learning together how to protect the body, mind, and energy after 60. Here you will always find clear, human, and practical information focused on genuinely helping you. I'll see you in the next video.